Hi scholars and families, welcome back to my videos. Miss Cherney here with your literacy video, but this literacy video is a little bit different. Instead of having this video just for one day, this video is what you are going to click on every single time you need to reference Never Smile at a Monkey. So today I'm going to be reading you Never Smile at a Monkey, and we're going to soak in all the juicy details, all the informational texts about the animals in the story. So let's get started. Never smile at a monkey. Never smile at a monkey, and 17 other important things to remember. Look at that monkey's face right there. Can you make that monkey's face? Good job. This book is authored by Steve Jenkins. Everyone knows that tigers, crocodiles, sharks, and other large predators are dangerous. Many smaller animals are also well-known threats. People do their best to avoid rattlesnakes, black widow spiders, and piranhas, just to name a few. This book is about creatures, both large and small, whose dangerous nature may not be so obvious. Their teeth, claws, spines, and venom can be deadly to an unsuspecting or careless human. What makes these animals so dangerous? And what should you never do if you encounter one of them? Here's our first animal. Never pet a platypus. Here's our platypus. This peculiar looking animal appears harmless, even comical as it waddles about. The platypus, however, is the only poisonous mammal. It has venomous spurs on its hind legs, and it can even give you a very painful jab. Silent connection if we remember platypus from our last story about animals. Never collect a cone shell. If you notice one of these beautifully patterned shells on the sea floor, you might be tempted to pick it up. That would be a big mistake. The cone shell hunts and defends itself with poisoned barbs that can be launched into the air like harpoons. These barbs are so poisonous that you could die within minutes of being stabbed. Never harass a hippopotamus. Hippos kill more people in Africa than any other wild animal. If a hippopotamus finds its path to the water blocked, or if it thinks that its baby is being threatened, it will charge, attacking with an enormous mouth and long tusks. There's its big mouth. Never jostle a jellyfish. A box jellyfish, that is. Most jellyfish can sting people, but the boxed jellyfish, known as a sea wasp, is in a class by itself. Even the smallest contact with its stinging tentacles causes intense pain. If you were unlucky enough to become really entangled with a box jellyfish, you could die really quickly. Never step on a stingray. I'll tell you, Miss Cherney is afraid that I'm going to do this one day if I'm ever in the ocean. Normally, stingrays do not attack people. Oh, that's good to know. But if you step on a stingray or frighten it by swimming too close, you can be seriously injured, or if you're really unlucky, killed. The ray can drive its long poisonous spine deep into the body of any animal or human it perceives as a threat. Never clutch a cane toad. This large homely amphibian is an this large homely amphibian is a gentle insect eater. It's harmless except for two large sacs of venom on its neck. If pressed, these pouches squirt out a blinding and sometimes deadly poison. Never poach a pufferfish. The pufferfish can inflate itself like a prickly balloon. But that's not what makes it dangerous. This fish's flesh contains a deadly toxin, and unless you know exactly what you are doing, cooking and eating it could kill you. Never cuddle a cub. Black bears try to avoid people and are rarely aggressive. One exception is a mother bear that thinks her cubs are in danger. Bear cubs are furry and cute, and you might even want to get closer or even foolishly try to pet one. Since the mother bear is usually nearby, this is not a good idea. Never stare at a spitting cobra. If you come across this hooded, hissing reptile, then you probably suspect that it's dangerous. What you might not realize is that it can spit its venom accurately for more than 8 feet. That's way bigger than even your arm span. It aims for the eyes, and its poison can cause intense pain, even permanent blindness. That's what it looks like. That's what its face looks like. Never caress an electric caterpillar. This colorful caterpillar will turn into a harmless brown moth. But until that happens, look out. If your skin touches its hairy bristles, you might feel an intense burning sensation. And without immediate medical attention, that means without going to the doctor right away, weakness, severe illness, and death can follow. Never corner a cassowary. This is a flightless bird that stands as tall as a man. Although it is shy and avoids people, a surprised or cornered bird can deliver a lethal kick with its sharp claws. Never antagonize an African buffalo. The African buffalo, a relative of the domestic cow, is one of the most dangerous and largest animals in the world. It has sharp hooves, long horns, and an extremely nasty temper. It's not enough to just stay out of the African buffalo's way. If you are anywhere in its vicinity, this unpredictable animal may attack without warning. Never touch a tang. This coral reef fish has a razor sharp spine on either side of its tail. If frightened, it whips its tail back and forth, slashing with its spines. The tang is a popular aquarium fish, but it must be handled with great care. Even a small tang can give you a serious injury, and a large tang can inflict a life-threatening wound. Never bother a blue-ringed octopus. There it is. This octopus is small enough to rest in the palm of your hand. Aww. Unfortunately, it's also one of the world's most poisonous animals. It can inflict a bite with a beak so sharp that at first you might not even notice that you've been bitten. Without medical help, you can be killed by the venom of the blue-ringed octopus in less than an hour. Never confront a kangaroo. The male kangaroo defends itself by boxing with its front legs or balancing on its tail and kicking out with its back feet. When it's really riled up, a kangaroo can deliver a kick powerful enough to cave in a person's chest. Never badger a bearded lizard. Never badger a beaded lizard. This poisonous lizard is normally slow moving, but it can react with a surprising speed if it's alarmed or scared. It latches onto prey, predator, or unlikely human with powerful jaws. It doesn't have fangs, so it chews its venom into a bite with its teeth. Never swim with a squid. Especially not if it's a Humboldt squid. This fierce ocean predator can be longer than a full-grown man, and its tentacles are lined with thousands of sharp teeth. The Humboldt squid attacks at high speed, whipping its tentacles around a victim and tearing out chunks of flesh with a sharp parrot-like beak. And a final word of advice, never smile at a monkey. If you smile at this monkey, a rhesus monkey, it may interpret your show of teeth as an aggressive gesture and respond violently. Even a small monkey could give you a serious bite with its long, sharp fangs. Now in the back of the book, we have something called the back matter, where there's a bunch more information about different animals. So here we have information about the platypus, the hippopotamus, the box jellyfish, the cone shell, and it keeps going. Black bears, the rhesus monkey, the Humboldt squid, and others. So let's sing our thank you for the story song. We're gonna do thank you for the stories up. 1, 2, thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Woo! Nice job. So this book has a lot of juicy details about how animals can be dangerous. And it's really important that as we think about interacting with animals or seeing animals outside of our houses or on a walk, that we treat all animals with respect. Because if you respect them and stay out of their habitat, then they're not going to come into yours. So I really hope you enjoyed this story today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back at our next video. Have a really great rest of your day, scholars.